Hello, and good morning. I hope my voice is loud and clear. Please confirm in the chat box. So, welcome back to the webinar on tips to crack online written aptitude and verbal test. Let's start within a 2-3 minutes. Please ask your friends, colleagues, and family members to attend this session. Those who are looking for career transactions. Yes, thank you so much, Gopal. So without wasting time, we start with the session. So today we have Mr. Rajmani sir with us to take care of the webinar. So Rajmani sir have more than 10 plus years of experience in the IT industry and currently he's working in the Microsoft. So Rajmani sir, you can start with the session.
Sure, Amar, just give me like 1 minute. I'm just fixing my headphones.
Yeah, sure. Take your time.
Hey, hi everyone. Good morning. I hope you guys are doing good. Okay, I see people joining. So, yeah, so we'll get started at 11:05. So let's see. Meanwhile, could you please guys give me a quick, I mean, bios about yourself so that I can verify that, okay, I mean, so that I can have the right context who all are in the audience, basically, at what stage of your career you are in. Basically, are you in college? And you can specify the year, which year you are, in case you are passed out of college or experience 1 2 years. You guys can just use chat to just put all those words there, right? Guys, if I'm audible, I don't see any response, so I just thought of asking this. Guys, if you can quickly put what stage of your career you are in, maybe uh, first year, second year, third year, final year. Okay, I see your responses. Nice. Great, great, great. Okay, I see many responses for final year, take final year, CSC. Okay, nice. Okay, Mangal is from second year. Great. So let's just keep this. I mean, so basically the aptitude that I mean is being asked in general in all these I mean interviews are generally 10th level, not even 12th level. I mean, they don't ask you differentiation, integration, and all of these things. So it's, I mean, you all can relate to it basically, and the things can go forward. So yeah, let's just get started quickly. I will share my screen. And let me know if my screen is visible. Okay, so yeah, as the agenda suggests, I mean, this is for, I mean, tips to crack the written exam, basically the first round in general. So we will talk a little more about it, when you will face this or what you will face this and how you can overcome from there, right? Uh, and yeah, so let's just get started. A quick round of introduction. So yeah, I'm Rajmani Patel, as Amar specified. I have close to 10 plus year of experience in working with multiple companies, multiple domains, mostly onto the Java backend side, and some part of it is in .NET side also, written different microservices and worked it on the great tech. And here at Microsoft, I'm leading their team for their apps and game platform. So I'm sure many of you must have played computer games and all of those. So we are the people who enable Xboxes and also all those analytics for any application that you can install on Windows, right? So be it WhatsApp app or Facebook or I mean anything, YouTube or Adobe Photoshop, all of these apps. So we are the team who enables the analytics for them, right? And yeah, before this, I have worked with multiple companies, multiple domains, majorly on the backend side. Didn't get a chance to work on the front end side and didn't want it also. So backend is something that I am very much passionate about, writing different APIs, different powering on different servers so that the data can be made available to the end users, right? So that's where I am right now. And mostly for all my job purpose, I was in Bangalore. So yeah, in case some of you are from Bangalore, we can connect sometime. So Yeah, okay. So let's just get started with the agenda. So this is the agenda will look like today. So we'll discuss about different aptitude test formats, and there are many sections on aptitude test, right? So there is quantitative aptitude, logical reasoning. Okay, I think I have repeated logical reasoning twice. Sorry for that. And this should be the verbal ability. So yeah, so there are majorly three sections in aptitude tests, but sometimes they try to include on the technical MCQs also. So we'll just see. I will just give you a brief intro that what all things that goes into technical MCQ. Will not touch that in details because there will be additional classes where in our previous webinars we have talked a lot more in details in technical MCQs. But we'll talk majorly about quantitative aptitude, logical reasoning, and verbal aptitude, right? So and at the end, we'll also talk about test preparation strategy, like how you should prepare for the test, and so that you can get good marks there. You are able to qualify there. We'll share some tips and tricks which I followed when I came to Bangalore, look for off campus, and then we were appearing for many tests. Obviously, the things have changed. Back in 2012, it was all not even OMR based sheet in general. It was like we used to darken the circles, and then finally someone will manually evaluate it. And for the bigger companies, might be they used to have all these sheets, so they were able to evaluate it via machine or OMR sheets, but otherwise it was manual intervention. So yeah, things have changed. Now things are going towards more on the machine side. Obviously, you don't have to go to the companies for aptitude test. At least they take it online and all of them. But yeah, once the things get stabilized, they may start it back because companies are feeling that okay, in case it's an online test, people can cheat or they refer to some other resources. So yeah, you never know. So you should be you should be ready with your preparations, and then whatever format that they take, you should not be worried about. And then finally, uh, half an hour we have reserved for the Q&A. So we'll take any of the questions that you have on that part. We'll keep more talking points here, and because there is no hard and fast, what I can say, solutions to all of these, right? It's majorly on how personal to personal approach, how you approach the problem, how you get to the solution for that. But otherwise, we'll take some external resources also. We'll try to see what are kind of problems that you face, and we'll discuss a lot more on those topics. That this is how you can ace all those things, right? So just to give you a brief intro about the various rounds and expectations, basically. So these are the in general rounds that the major companies takes, and this I have just jotted down to just give you a brief heads up that okay, these are the things that you need to prepare in general to crack the interview, and we'll discuss more on the aptitude test, right? So there is aptitude test for which we'll discuss in details today, right? Few companies also takes group discussions, right? Few takes online assessments on the problem solving hacker rank or any of those kind of things, right? Then they take technical rounds on all these various topics, programming languages, SQL queries, or OS networking, or all of those things. And then you may have one or two, one in general project related round and one behavioral round. So this project related round in general is like what you did in the past. In case you are a college graduate, you have just passed out. So they will discuss about your internship or any personal projects that you have made. So and as today's session is majorly on the aptitude test, so we'll focus on that. But overall, these are the topics that in general companies have, right? Okay. So let's just talk about the importance of aptitude round. Why companies conduct that, and so that I mean we are able to clearly have the right expectation that okay, why they are having it, and what you need to do to crack those rounds, right? So first, I mean the major reason is I mean the high aptitude is associated with strong mental ability. That's what companies feel, right? That in case you are in general able to evaluate situations, able to communicate well, and able to come up with with various decisions, then I mean they feel that okay, you have a strong mental agility, right? That you can do. So that's the major reason. And I mean companies also looks for someone who is smart enough, who is not just sticking to the technical things, but he can evaluate the things overall also, because to write code or I mean whatever fields that you are going in for technical or computer science side, you always have to I mean come up with the requirement gathering, or writing those test cases, or come up with various design plans and all of them. So in case you have to do this, companies want you to be smart on at least the general things that goes around, right? So, and obviously, this is one of the major elimination round, right? Where you're like, let's say for a company you apply. I will tell tell my story in the middle so that you are able to relate to it more. So and I have, I mean, I got my first job at HP. So when it was like when I went for the interview, it was like I saw that electronics city in Bangalore. The whole road was jammed. They have put barricades, and I mean, they there was a big queue. And now, if they start talking to each and every one for one hour, right, it will take weeks or months for them to even take the first round. So that's when what companies do is they will get you to the cafeteria or any bigger place or a conference room or anywhere where they have a bigger space, and then they will distribute you the sheets with question and I mean the OMR sheets, and then they will give you time like half an hour, 45 minutes, 1 hour, or whatever it is, and then you need to mark them, and they will tell you to wait, and then they will have some machines or any staff that can evaluate those things, right? Even if he is not a computer science engineer or whatever, it doesn't matter for them, because it's just correcting all those dots that okay, these are the answers that you have marked right or wrong there. So that way they just see that, and each and every test, if I talk about, so there is no cutoff that they generally specify. Few of the companies have cutoffs, but most of the companies don't have cutoffs for this. It's like you perform, let's say 1,000 people are there in a batch where they are writing this exam. They just want to take top 100 people, so or top 50 people. So whoever qualifies, whoever are on top of those 50, they will just take that, right? So that's the kind of elimination that they do in this particular round. You see from 1,000 to 50 or 100. So they directly remove 80-90% or 95% people there, right? So that's a major importance of this round. Now aptitude test, let's talk a little about aptitude test format, how it is, and what all things that are taken into consideration there, right? So basically examination schedule, I mean they will publish, maybe they will give you that okay, a few companies keep it flexible, few companies keeps it at the same time. So let's say a few companies, what they do is they give you a certain time that okay, at 11 a.m. on next Saturday the exam will start, and at 12:30 or 12 p.m. it will end, right? So within 1 hour you need to do it on a time bound basis, right? There are other kind of schedule like they will just tell you that okay, you have whole weekend, you have Saturday and Sunday, the test is going to be for one and a half hour, you pick any time there, as per your comfortability, and you do it. So those kind of schedules that they do. Now, on the mode of conduct, in general, there are either online or offline. And so online is basically that's what is going on nowadays. That I mean, they do it via HackerRank, HackerEarth, or they have their own websites where they publish this. You will have to just mark the correct answers, and that's it. But sometimes, earlier or maybe in the coming world also, they may start taking the offline interviews, offline aptitude test, where they will give you a piece of paper, they will give you OMR sheet, and you need to mark them, right? So that's on the mode of conduct. And exam duration is something very subjective, that it depends on company to company. There are companies for which I have seen that they are taking exams for 3 hours also. But in general, you can expect somewhere between 1 hour to 1 hour 30 minutes. That's the general exam duration for the aptitude test companies keeps. Right. Now, as we discussed, there are majorly 3 sections for aptitude test, right? One obviously is verbal reasoning, right? Then, in the verbal reasoning, what they try to see is because you are gonna work with the multinational companies, and in general the communication protocols there are in English. So whether you are able to communicate to that, make those things working for them or not, whether you are able to deduce what someone is trying to say. So that's what goes in verbal reasoning. They will try to see your, English in general. So your reading, comprehension reading, or your sequence of the events, or those kind of problems that they try to include in a verbal reasoning. Then you have logical reasoning, where they want to see that, okay, what are logics that you can apply to the given situation? So there comes the questions on the seating arrangements, or those kind of things, right? And then in the quantitative aptitude, it's generally 10th level mathematics in general, like percentage and ratio, time and speed, and all of them. And then few of the companies includes 10, 15 technical MCQs questions also, maybe on C, C++, or SQL query, or computer fundamentals, or whatever it takes, right? So these are the sections that are there in the aptitude test in general. Right. So let's just talk about quantitative aptitude in the beginning, right? So there are so here we will discuss the kind of problems that companies sets, or the kind of syllabus that each and every section have, and what's the expectation there, what you need to study to get through this, right? We'll not go in details about solution. We'll talk about it, that okay, this is how you need to approach it. But as there are so many topics here, so and there are lots and lots of resources available over web. So you can just take these references, that okay, in case I have to study number theory, we'll set the right context, but maybe it's not a 1 hour job, right? So you may have to go back and refer to that okay, in details how I'm going to solve this. There are so many resources that are available out there. We'll discuss them in details from where you can practice and how you can practice, right? But one thing for sure, for any of these kind of rounds, right, there is no alternative to practice or hard work. So that you obviously have to put in whenever you are attending interviews. Maybe in case you're in like college 3rd year, final year, have somewhere in back of your mind, reserve some time to practice all of these things going forward, right? Because they are very much important. Even whatever companies that you apply for, they are gonna take this as the first round, right? Okay, so let's just jump on to the syllabus that quantitative aptitude have, right? So there are questions on number theories, right? So basically, these questions are on the mathematical operations, or theorem of remainder, sum of odd even and numbers. So you must have incurred these kind of problems when you were in class 10th, 11th, or those kind of things. You must have gone through those kind of questions that, okay, in case it's like you are given a term, right? You're given a term that, okay, you need to come up with something like this. Maybe let's see, I'll just take some example there. And so let's say yeah. So something like you are given maybe to the power 3, right? And then they ask you that, okay, I mean, what it's when you solve this particular equation, what will be the unit place digit that will be like, and then they will give you options, right? These are generally MCQs in general, so they will give you this kind of problems that, okay, you are given this, you need to get this. So I mean, just read in details about these kind of patterns, that in case you are given the term and then power of this. So generally, I mean, to solve this particular problem, you see, I mean, generally you deduce the combinations that you can form out of this, right? So if I say if something is 1 to the power anything, right, n to the power n, this will give you always 1, right? But in case let's say 2 to the power something, so you can deduce that okay, if it's 2 to the power 1, it's gonna be 2. It's 2 to the power 2, it's gonna be 4. So all those kind of reminders or the unit places that you can deduce. So to solve this particular thing, you see, if you do 5 to the power 5 to the power 1, you will get 5, right? If it's 5 to the power 2, you get 25, where unit place is 5. If you do 5 to the power 3, you will get 125, where also you see this is the unit place is 5. So in case, I mean, whatever power that someone puts it here, even if this is like bigger number, right? In case you start solving this, you may not be able to solve this. So I have seen people started writing code, or I mean, using calculator, but even calculator cannot fit in all these big results. So you need to deduce it like these terms. So whatever you put to the power 5, you will always get 5 at the unit place. Similarly, I mean, you can compute it for all other numbers. Let's say for 3, in case this is like 3, right? So in case it's 3, you can deduce like 3 to the power 1 will be 3, right? 3 to the power 2 is 9, right? So 3 to the power 2 is 9. Then 3 to the power 3 is 27. So you can see, you can deduce that, okay, what all things that you are getting at the unit place, and based on that you will be able to mark that, okay, whether for odd or even what we are getting in the unit place. And I mean, there is a very good I mean, explanation on these kind of problems that is available over web there. You guys can refer that and just do good there, right? So and then obviously sum of first n numbers, they generally gives you that, okay, first I mean, these are the numbers that are given from x to y, but there is one missing, I mean, that there is missing number. You need to find out that missing number. So all those kind of problems that goes into the number theory, right? So just read a little more about it. At the end, I will discuss all these resources that, okay, from where you can read what kind of problems, right? Then time, speed, and distance, which is pretty obvious. We must have solved it. In case you have prepared for, I mean, any aptitude, time, speed, and distance is something that all of I mean, people must have gone through, whether you apply for a bank, I mean, or 10th base, 12th base exams or anywhere, you must have got time, speed, and distance problems, right? So these are the questions based on, speed, distance, and time taken. I mean, to cover all those distance, right? And then there are questions based on the relative speeds or flow with or against them. So in general terms, they will give you, I mean, so to start with, let's say someone tells you that, okay, you are, I mean, someone's speed is maybe 5 kilometers per hour, right? And he need to cover 10 kilometers, right? So how much time it will take for him? So as we know that speed is equal to distance by time taken, right? So that's so you can just use that simple formula to compute this. Now, relative speed is something that, okay, you are going in X direction, someone else is going in Y direction. So in case you both are going in opposite direction, then relative speed is x minus y, I mean x plus y, right? Because you will pass with that speed. But in case you guys are going in the same direction, then that will get subtracted, right? The relative speed is a little lesser. So all those kind of problems that you will face, right? And so let's I mean, simply I will walk you through. I'm just referring a website called IndiaBix. You guys can also refer that, and we can see some of those problems which goes in time and speed, maybe, right? So, 1 second. Yeah. So if you see these simple question, right? A person crosses a 600-meter long street in 5 minutes. What is his speed in kilometer per hour, right? So you can just basically you need to see different kind of units also. So you need to know units that, okay, how many milliseconds in seconds, how many seconds in minutes, minutes in hour in week. So all those kinds of things are always needed. And obviously meter to kilometer, kilometer to feet, all those deduction also you need to make there, right? So here it's 600 meter he is taking, go in 5 minutes, right? So basically either you can take it to hour, let's say, right? Or you can convert, as it's being asked in kilometer per hour. So you can convert this to kilometer, which is like 0.6 kilometer, and you can convert this to hour, and then you see what you get there, right? And then you do distance by speed. That will distance by time taken, and you will get the speed. So these are the kind of problems that you face in general in time and speed kind of things, right? Okay. Then you have permutations and combinations, a very important topic, I can say. So at least time and distance and permutation combinations. These are like many of the companies, and this is very popular between the companies, right? And so permutation combinations are the things that when they're the ways to represent the group of objects by selecting them in a set and forming subsets. So let's say someone tells you that, okay, there are 4 paths to go from Bangalore to Mumbai, and then there are 8 paths to go from Mumbai to Delhi, right? So if someone asks you that, okay, in how many ways you can go from Bangalore to Delhi, then you see in 4 ways you can obviously go from Bangalore to Mumbai, and then 8 ways you have from Mumbai to Delhi. So this will go like, if someone asks you how many ways you can go from Bangalore to Delhi, then 4 into 8, basically 32 ways you can go. You can pick the first path and then take any of the 8 paths from those from Mumbai to Bangalore. Similarly, you can from Bangalore to Mumbai, you can go choose the second path and then take any 8 of them. So these are the kind of problems that you face in permutation and combinations. right? And you can solve them, right? The good way to this is to solve permutations and combinations is keep your mind open. Just read the problems in details, right? That okay, I mean, what they want to get out of the problem statements. There are certain formulas for permutations and combinations, so just apply them and just take it forward from there, right? Okay, so the next topic that comes in quantitative aptitude is probability. So probability is something that I mean, a likelihood of that event or occurrence of that event. So let's say in the simple term, if someone tells that okay, you guys must have gone through the dice, right? You must have played Ludo or Snake and Ladder at some point in time of your career. I mean, so let's say you roll a dice, right? So what's the probability of getting six in the dice, right? So basically, the probability is something. What's the how many times if you perform this operation many a times, what's the I mean, when you will get the favorable outcome, right? So let's say you roll the dice once, you got once, you roll the dice twice, I mean, second time you get two. So you basically I mean, so if you basically there are six total outcome that can come, and out of that I mean, only one is favorable for you, right? Only six is favorable for you. So the probability of getting us I mean, six in a dice is 1/6, right? Similarly, let's say someone asks you that okay, what's the probability of getting an even number in the dice? Obviously, you have even numbers like 2, 4, and 6. And while the total the number of total outcome that you can get out of a dice is 6. So in that case, the probability will be 3/6, right? Which is like 1/2. So when you get the probability, you always have to deduce it to the lower term. So you can simply get that, read more and more about probability, because this is something very important. Companies are very much aligned towards solving probability question, and they want to see, I mean, but obviously probability is something that I mean, it's not in general that it will occur, but when companies looks the data, they analyze the data, that's where they work for, right? So it's not mandatory that you'll get I mean, those things. I mean, it may so happen that okay, you are rolling a dice and you're not getting 6 for 12 occurrence, right? But still, the probability of getting a 6 is 1/6, because so it says that okay, if you roll the dice for 6 times, you should get, in general, you should get 6 in any one of those chances. But I mean, that's not actual, but when we are trying to make decision, probability plays an important role there, right? So then comes percentage and ratio, right? So the ratio is basically comparison of two similar quantities. So as we see, right? And percentage is something that okay, you take this to hundreds place, right? So basically, I mean, you guys must have gone through your 10th and 12th percentage, right? Let's say you're getting 800 out of 1,000 marks, then it's like you have scored 80%, right? So you go to a shopping complex and then you see that okay, I mean, these are the kind of I mean, they displays all those discount sales for 70%, 80%, right? That okay, if something is like worth maybe 1,000 rupees and they're giving you 60% off, that means you'll get that it for 40%. So all these terms we keep on hearing on day-to-day basis, and that's the thing that you need to go and implement here also, right? So just in case you are able to recall your 10th and 12th in general, questions are not difficult than what you have solved in your 10th and 12th. It's pretty simple. It's just that when we get into college, we stop practicing all these things, and that's where it creates the problem for us, right? And then obviously the next topic is time and work. So time and work is like in the simple term, what they try to see is, let's say you are doing one person can do this work in maybe 8 hours. So how many people can how many people can do the same work in 2 hours, and all those kind of problems that they try to see. So there you may have to see some kind of percentage also, some kind of mathematical deductions using this particular formula which is mentioned here, like work done is equal to time taken into efficiency. So you need to get the efficiency of the people who are working in the system, and then you need to see how many people can do that, right? So what they generally put you across is all these kind of problems. They want to see that, okay, when in the real time, when you will be given a task, whether you will be compute it or not, right? Because at some point in time, you will be part of all these technical discussions, design discussions, and then you have to take those calls that, okay, this is this is the time that that will be taken for to solve these kind of problems, right? In your company. So let's say you need to code for a feature. They want to see that, okay, whether you are able to come up with the right estimates or not. And that's where your time and works things will come into the picture, right? So before we go ahead to the next question, I will give you a little walkthrough of this particular platform, which I was referring when I was preparing for it, right? And it's been many years back in 2012, but still these holds goods. I'm not telling this is the only way, but these have many and many problems which you can utilize. You can solve this, and you can see the various kind of problems. So this is in indiabix.com. You can just go. This is open source. You can create your profile, or without creating profile also, you can start referring to this. I'm not just telling that, okay, this is the only way, but here my intention is just to show you the kind of problems that you get in general. And also there is one thing that I have noticed in people is generally that they start solving the cat level problems and very hard level of problems in aptitude. There might be few companies that takes those kind of hard interviews, but in general, if you see, companies are not they don't ask very hard level problems or cat level problems for the for this thing, right? Or SSC or UPSC prelims level question. No, they are very simple in nature. In general, the only thing that matters here is your efficiency and your speed, right? So in case you are able to work on those things, you are good to go there, right? So don't try to solve very hard problems which you can solve maybe in 5-7 minutes. No, the average time here is 1 minute. It should not take more than 1.5 minutes for you to solve these problems. So if you just go through indiabix.com, right, you see there are general aptitude or verbal reasoning, current affairs. So you don't have to worry about all these things. Today we are just discussing about general aptitude and verbal reasoning. So if you see, if you go to arithmetic aptitude, right, these are the kind of various domains that are there, which at some point in time they are boiled down to all those 5-6 topics that we have discussed, right? Problems on numbers, volume and surface area, and all of these kind of problems, right? Problems on ages, are also very popular, which comes under, I mean those categories only, which we have discussed, right? Profit and loss. And so generally, I mean, all these kind of problems that you can very well, get in your general aptitude, right? So work towards solving all these problems, right? Let's just take some of the examples, right? Let's say anything, uh, let's say profitability or percentage or profit and loss. Let's just take this and see what kind of problems that they try to get, right? So a simple thing. Alfred buys an old scooter for this much and he spent 800 on its repair, right? If he sells a scooter, his gain percentage is, right? As simple as that, right? You see, you don't have to do anything here. This is the base price that he have purchased for. He have spent it, he have spent it this much amount, so you can simply add both of them, right? And then he is selling it for this amount, right? So basically what you can do is you need to find out the percentage. So basically you know that, basically the percentage formula, right? So you can simply apply the percentage formula and then do it, right? So you don't have to go extraordinary. I mean, it doesn't require you to be extraordinary on mathematics and all of these. It's just you need to keep your things open and then do it, right? Similarly, the cost price of the cost price of 20 articles is the same as the selling price of X articles, right? If the profit is 25%, then the value of X. So you know that the overall percentage is whatever unit that you have into, the percentage divided by 100, right? So you can simply apply these formulas and then compute it, right? So basically, just focus on the problem statement, write it down on a piece of paper, and then just try to deduce what it's trying to say, and then solve it, right? And so you don't have to be very much extraordinary is what I'm trying to say. So that's in general in aptitude. You can pick and choose any of these kind of problems, right? And they are generally comes there. So just let me know in case you are able to get to this. Will you be have you solved these kind of problems earlier or not? Let's just take that poll, maybe if you can quickly write in chat that, okay, if you have solved these kind of problems in any of your exams, or how was your experience there? Guys, have you solved these kind of problems in the past? Yes, no, maybe? Okay, great. I see a few, yes, yeah. In case you have not, we'll share all these resources. Try to go back and solve these problems. Obviously, it's very much needed, and there is no rocket science to these kind of problems, right? It's pretty simple, and you will be able to once you start spending time on this, you will be able to solve this. Now, here I'm sharing one more thing. There are platforms like AMCAT. I'm not sure if you have heard about it, and that's called AMCAT. I'll just write it down here, right? And then there is something called a litmus. So I mean, these are a few of the sites who takes online, and Litmus is taking offline test majorly, or online. They have centers, but they conduct. I mean, they take generally aptitude test, and based on your aptitude test score, they provide you, placement assistance, or basically you will be eligible for many of the companies, and there are so many companies who hires through these platforms, right? So the day you feel that, okay, I have got a great knowledge on aptitude, right? Just go and appear for these tests at least. I know, I mean, they charge somewhere between, I don't know what's the charge now. That time they used to charge 600 or 700 per test. But just go and appear for them in case you are in final year, or you have just cleared your final year. Prepare for the aptitude test and just go for these exams, right? You will feel, you will find this beneficial, right? So just let's just move on to the logical reasoning. So, and logical reasoning is one of my area of interest, basically, because I like solving those kind of problems, and I'm sure many of the people have a habit of solving logical reasoning problems, right? So let's just see what are different kind of patterns those are there in the logical reasonings, right? Okay, thanks, Kiran. So yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, it's been several years, you see. So yeah, but in case you feel that, okay, you are ready, you can just go and take these exams. Right. Okay. So yeah, basically, I mean, I mean, this logical reasoning also have multiple kind of problems, and basically, you need to crack those patterns. That, okay, which pattern. So basically, all these things in general, what I feel is the computer science thing, or I mean, this what you can say, logical reasoning, or aptitude test. This is majorly on the, I mean, the first step should be that you identify which pattern the particular problem belongs to, and then you, I mean, there are certain steps, obviously, that we have discussed, that okay, you can clear that, and once you apply those things, your job is done, right? You will be able to solve these problems, right? So basically, I mean, in the series completion, the general problem. So, I mean, even in fourth, fifth, also nowadays the series completion problems have started. So they're like, you are given series of numbers or something like that, and then you need to find out that what's gonna be the missing number there, right? So let's say someone, I mean, there are various series, right? Maybe they try to get the series for prime numbers, series for Fibonacci series, and I mean, there are even numbers, odd numbers, or some kind of computation that you can do the gap between the numbers. So you need to find out those logical relations between the given numbers or characters, and then get to it, right? The simple thing is, let's say, I mean, someone gives you like two, let's just take it on a notepad, maybe. Oh, okay, so let me remove this. Let's say someone tells you that, okay, you have I mean, this kind of numbers, 2, 4, then 8, 8, 16, and then someone asks you that, okay, what's gonna be the next number? So if you guys can quickly get me that, okay, what's gonna be this number there? Okay, nice, nice, nice. Okay, I see you guys have, I mean, so I mean, this is very simple, I can say. So you can expect a little harder problems there, but I mean, this is how you need to get to the things, basically, right? You need to, so here it's simple that, okay, I mean, this is 2 to the power 1, 2 to the power 2, 2 to the power 3, 2 to the power 4. So this will be 2 to the power 5, right? Similarly, I mean, there are patterns like, what you can say, there are patterns like on the characters also. So where you may have to map all these characters to respective numbers. So let's say you are mapping A to 1, and then B to 2, and then C to 3. So all those kind of mappings. And then you may get that, okay, I mean, the first term is AB, and then you are getting like C and E, then you are getting like and H. So these kind of things. So then you may have to find out the next term. So here you see, I mean, this gap is like one character, and this character belongs to the very next character of this, and there is a gap of I mean, this don't have a gap, this have one characters gap, this have two characters gap. So you can find out the next in sequence here. So these kind of questions you may have to see. It may so happen that, okay, these are maps to the numbers, and then those are going into the power, or those kind of things, right? So all these kind of things are, I mean, all these kind of problems that you will face in sequence completion, right? So just go practice these kind of patterns, right? Then seating arrangements, a very important topic, and at least for litmus exam and many of the companies, which gives you, and the best thing about seating arrangements is that they generally don't give you a single question, I mean, on that, but what they will give you, they will give you the phrase, and then in that phrase they will get you 4 or 5 questions that, okay, I mean, if X can sit beside Y but cannot sit beside J, and all of those kind of problems. And then they will not just give you a single question that, okay, where A can sit or where B can sit, but there will be multiple questions that, okay, who's beside X is sitting, I mean, who is between Y and Z. So all those 4 or 5 questions. So in case you are able to, I mean, crack that particular pattern for the given phrase, I mean, given phrase, you will be able to get a score 4 or 5 marks there, because there will be like 4 or 5 follow-up questions on that, right? So read more and more about these, and there are various kind of seating arrangements that can occur, basically rectangular, linear, or circular in nature. And then they try to confuse you that, okay, I mean, who is sitting where and who is sitting not where. So all those kind of things, right? So though in general, when I used to solve these kind of problems, I used to always feel that, okay, I mean, let them sit wherever they are sitting, why they are making questions out of it. But yeah, that's how the things are working. Basically, it's not, I mean, you will not be given these scenarios that, okay, someone have to sit here and there. But these are just to check your general ability that, okay, given a situation, whether you will be able to handle it or not, right? So you need to be ready for that. Then direction and distance are very much important. They will give you this thing that, okay, Ram is going 50 kilometers in X direction, and then maybe 100 kilometers in Y direction. Now what's the I mean, distance from where Ram have started and where from, I mean, where he is, right? Kind of aerial distance, they will start asking you. So you need to be ready with these kind of questions. These are very much asked there. And to get this, what you can simply do is you can work on the coordinate basis, at least, right? That, okay, I mean, this is going to be my east west. Let's just take a simple example there. Not very good with drawing, but let's just get this right. So let's say you are like north, south, east, and west. So they will tell you, let's say ki, Ram have started moving, and then and so from wherever I mean, the person have started moving, you need to mark that center of this. And then let's say they tell you that, okay, I mean, Ram have moved 10 kilometers in each direction. So this is how he have moved, let's say. And here, I mean, 10 kilometers he have gone. And then maybe a 5 kilometer in north direction. So, I mean, the north direction from there itself, right? So 5 kilometers in north direction. Now, if someone asks you that, okay, what's the distance between the point from where Ram started and where he is right now? So one answer is like 10 plus 5, 15 kilometers he have moved, but that's not the correct answer, right? Because if you see, I mean, this is the aerial distance between the starting point and where Ram is standing at this point in time. So you need to compute this, maybe a simple Pythagoras theorem you must have gone through, right? In your 7th or 8th or 9th class somewhere. So you can apply the Pythagoras theorem here and get this distance, right? Or I mean, they try to confuse you in multiple ways that, okay, this goes in this direction, this direction, this direction. And then, I mean, many of the times they try to bring the person at the same place, and then they will ask you where he is standing right now. So all these kind of things that I mean, that comes in time and distance, right? Not time and distance on directions and distance, right? So just be ready with all these kind of problems. They are very much asked there, right? So just be good. Then this is one of my favorite topic actually, encoding and decoding. And as we discussed in the previous slide and in the sequence completion, I mean, this also goes well with sequence completion, that they will give you that, okay, if a number, I mean, let's just go back there, right? If a number in any particular language is represented as, I mean, basically, if apple is represented as something like, I mean, anything. Let's just take a little lesser example. Let's say, I mean, bat in general is represented by, I mean, this, right? The bat in general is represented by CBU. What maybe van will be represented like, right? So basically, it's like, if you see for bat, it's like one I mean, characters addition to this. So simply you can compute for this also. So these kind of encoding, decoding kind of problems that are given to you in general, and you need to get this thing. So basically, the best way is you try to remember the place of all these numbers in general, A for 1, B for 2, C for 3. So those kind of things, and then you will be able to easily get to encodings and decodings kind of problems, right? So these are the things that are there in logical reasoning. They're very, I mean, once you start solving this, they're very much, what you can say, they're very much interesting. So just start on that, right? So we'll take 5 minutes break here, and we'll be back after 5 minutes, right? And then we'll start about verbal reasoning, what all topics that goes there. And then we'll discuss various resources which you can utilize there. And also we'll discuss the tips and tricks, how you can very well solve these problems in the faster manner, right? So let's just take a 5 minutes break. I will just turn on this timer maybe, and then we'll be back in 5 minutes. Hey, yeah, we are back. So let's just get started. Okay, so till now we have discussed about qualitative, quantitative aptitude and also the logical reasoning, right? Now let's just talk about verbal reasoning, right? So what it is and why it is important, right? So verbal reasoning is something that, okay, you should be able to deduce the things from this thing. I mean, given a paragraph, given a situation, you will be receiving emails from the clients. So you should be able to make those differences, what they want to put, and whether you are able to understand that, you are able to deduce the right understanding from there, right? So one type of things that goes into the verbal, ability is reading comprehensions, right? So reading comprehensions is something that, there will be questions based on long paragraph. You will be given a long paragraph, and then you need to get to the solution. And then they will ask some situation based question on that, okay, what particular person is trying to say, or what's the meaning of that particular term, and all of these kind of things, right? So there, basically, you need to be a little attentive to this. What companies are looking there is whether you are able to make the clear difference on various situations and various type of terminologies that they have used, right? And then just, so basically what you can do is you can read the paragraph once, try to have the basic understanding, and then see the problem, relate those words to the paragraph that is given, and then put those answers. So even if you are not very certain there, but in case you have the matching words or the right context there, you will be able to go through the reading comprehensions on that part, right? Then, para jumbles is something that I have seen many a times. I personally have faced it many times there. That basically they will give you 2-3 sentences, and then they will ask you that how you are gonna put it across, or how you are gonna arrange them, which event will occur first, so that you are able to make these sentences. So there, your understanding on sequential part, your understanding of the right context is very much needed. So try to have that particular context set in your mind. Arrange them in such a way that, okay, you are in that particular situation, and then you are solving it, right? We'll see in details. We'll go back to India because in some time we'll see what kind of problems that you face there. But this is what I hope you got a basic understanding what parajumbles are. Basically, given 2-3 sentences, you need to arrange them in a way that it makes sense, and it makes the right context, right? Then obviously sentence corrections. So sentence correction is something that basically you need to be a little good at grammar, and that at least during my time frame I was not very great at it. And I see that, okay, many of the time I used to leave this part. I used to attempt other 2-3 kind of problems, and leaving it in general. But this is what it goes here, right? You need to be good at grammars. You need to be good at tenses, singularity, plurality of the sentence, all those things that you need to figure out. So basically, take this in such a way that, okay, you are in that particular situation, right? And then from there, you are trying to solve this, right? From this, in case you are articulating it to someone, what will be your understanding and how will you articulate there? And then with that, try to match it with whatever is written in the sentence, because many a times just by reading, you may not be able to get to it. So just have the feel of it and then move ahead, right? And then vocabulary for this, there is no alternative than keeping your dictionary strong, right? Read more and more things. They many a times ask you fill in the blanks that okay, which word will go here in the fill in the blanks. I'm damn sure that you must have I mean attempted at least fill in the blanks many a times in your schools and colleges, right? And then questions based on synonyms and antonyms, right? Obviously many of us have gone through the synonyms for the words or antonyms for the words. So these are the MCQ questions on there. So basically for this you can develop your vocabulary by reading books, magazines, or any of those short. These are some things which are not in general, that you can apply some tips and tricks and you will be able to get it. No, for this you need to read it. It's like history. So in case you have not read about history, you will never know that okay, in which year Akbar came to India and all of those kind of things, right? So in case you have not read about those words, you have not used them, you will not be able to get to it what have gone through this, right? So with this, I think those were the three major sections. We'll go back and try to see various kind of problems and how you can practice it there, right? So let's just get back. I will just close all these. Okay. So if you see, you have all these verbal ability and logical reasonings, right? So let's just first take the things on logical reasonings, right? So all these things, as we have discussed, statements and arguments, number series, and all these things, logical games, logical problems. So all these things goes here, right? And you need to identify with the things that okay. Here, let's just take this simple question. Tanya is older than Eric. Cliff is older than Tanya. Eric is older than Cliff, right? If the first two statements are true, the third statement is. So basically, you can write these on a piece of paper and so make those relations, the logical relations as we discussed between the entities that are given, right? So you can very well deduce that okay, Tanya is older than Eric, good enough. Cliff is older than Tanya, right? And so basically, Cliff is the elder one, then Tanya, then Eric. Now it says that Eric is older than Cliff, which is obviously, it cannot be right because if Cliff is older than Tanya and Tanya is older than Eric, Eric will not be older than Cliff, right? Eric is younger in all of these. So you can mark these true false kind of statements. So all these things kind of problems that you will be facing in logical reasonings, right? Let's just pick some of them in the verbal ability also, right? You see, these are the kind of topics that goes there, right? Sentence improvements or ordering of sentences. This is what goes in the para jumble, right? So you see, they will try to give you this, that all these sentences are given, and then you need to order them, which one will go first, right? So and okay, in this they also have that okay, you have the sentence one is this one, sentence six is this one, only these things are jumbled, right? So you may have to you need to figure out that which among these will come at this place, this place, this place, this place. So you need to just go through that. So read them out and then try to solve them, right? So there is no alternative to the practice here, but as and when you do practice, these are something that given a chance, everyone will be able to solve it, right? I mean, what my thinking here is, apart from verbal ability in general, at least the logical, quantitative aptitude and logical ability, everyone will be able to solve it. Now, the problem is time. I mean, how much time you get to solve that? I mean, if a simple time and work-related problem is given to you, you may be able to solve it in 5 minutes. Someone may be able to solve it in 2 minutes. Someone may be able to solve this in a minute itself, right? So you can simply just improve your efficiency, your time there, so that you are able to, make out the clear difference. You are able to solve them in a faster manner and clear that cutoff that we have discussed about, right? So just go through these things, right? You can take the reference of the slides that I have included for to identify different, classify it in different kind of patterns, but do go through each and every kind of problems here so that you are able to make that difference, right? That's there. Now, in technical MCQs, I have seen this coming up multiple times, right? I mean, that they try to include this, but I mean, this is not in context of this, so I'm not going in details for this. But when you are solving some technical problems also, try to, I mean, try to solve the MCQs for them also, right? And these are few of the topics that goes in technical MCQs. Basically, I mean, many of the times, just give me 1 minute, guys. So yeah, really sorry. So these are the in general topics that goes here, maybe on the computer fundamentals, on SQL queries, on operating systems, networking. So I mean, you can practice them. Basically, for this, you need to have your core strong there. But I mean, once your core is strong, you will be able to solve these problems in, I mean, the MCQs for these topics very well, right? So, but I'm not going in details. It's all together vast topic in itself. But maybe we'll take it sometimes later, or just I mean, we have discussed in our previous webinars. We have discussed about all these topics. So you can just go in details about these topics and then take it forward from there, right? So next is how you should plan your I mean, aptitude test, right? Or what should be your strategy? So I mean, these are just few details. There are so many is what I can mention, but there are few websites that I have listed here which you can utilize and I mean, solve all these kind of problems. India Bix, I was taking reference all these whiles, right? But there is Prep Insta, Freshers Live, Hacker Rank, Hacker Earth. All these have, the general practice material also, and the time-based problems also, right? So just go through them. Try to have somewhere in back. Firstly, make the make your understanding correct. There are YouTube channels who teaches you on this. Again, I'm calling this out that don't get confused from CAT preparations or all of those things. They are a little higher I think so. In case you start following their channels, obviously you will be able to solve it, but you are wasting your time very much there, right? So keep the difficulty level of the problems to the medium level only. Don't go and start solving the hard level problem, right? And then there are various books like R.S. Agrawal. This is one book that many of the engineering guys have followed, including me, right? There is Arihant's reasoning. There is a book called Campus Recruitment. There is a book called Place Mentor. So all these books are there, but I mean, at least I don't feel that, okay, you need in general books nowadays, because the web is so strong nowadays, and where you can solve, and many of the problems are, I mean, many of the companies are taking interviews online itself. So you can stick to all these sites and then you utilize them, right? Now, I mean, these are few of the tips and tricks that I can say, which have helped me to, I mean, perform well in my, I mean, aptitude test, right? And obviously, I'm just sharing this story where we used to stay in PG. So, I mean, many a times there were few people who were very strong in these. So, I mean, obviously, not a good way to represent this, but we used to go and I mean, we used to form the groups and try to see. I mean, that okay, you pick this particular section, I am picking this particular section, and I will solve this, you solve this, and then we'll. I mean, in case we get a chance for, I mean, cheating, we used to do that. Not always, obviously, you always don't get those chances, but that's a fun part that also happens when it used to be offline. Nowadays, it's online, so you don't have that much connections. But yeah, you can see what you can do there. But I mean, the few tricks that I'm mentioning here is like, find your strong zone, right? Everyone will not be strong at all these sections, right? So, I mean, but before that, just one disclaimer: read the mode of the exam, or the what uh, the evaluation strategy beforehand. Be clear on that. Read it clear cut. There are few companies or few employers who just who are like, they will just compute your marks and done, right? They don't see the I mean, sectional cutoff. But there are few I mean, organizations who sees the sectional cutoff. So in case there is sectional cutoff, then you have to attend all these sections. But 90% of the cases, and that's a very big number, 90% of the cases, companies don't have sectional cutoff for aptitude, right? And so, I mean, just find out your strong zone. That I mean, I'm good. Let's say for me, I was good at logical reasoning, and then quantitative aptitude. And at the end, I used to solve this verbal ability, because I was not very good at tenses and all of those. So in case there is no sectional cutoff, I will hardly touch them, or only touch them when I have solved other problems, right? In case there is negative marking, in case there is no negative marking, still I will solve them first, and at the end 2 minutes I will just circle them at any sequence, right? So that's one thing. Basically, find your strong zone, whatever you like to. Also, don't try to solve all the questions. I mean, it's not meant to be actually. I mean, in case there is no negative marking, obviously you can tick them at the end. But even if you are like 50, 60% or 70% there, that's much more than sufficient. So work on your accuracy, and not on solving all the problems. I mean, you are not, let's say you have solved all the problems with 50% accuracy, then you will just get 50% marks, right? And in case there is negative marking of 0.5%, then you will hardly get 25 marks, right? But in case your accuracy, let's say 80%, and you have just solved 70 problems, right? So with that, you will be able to achieve 56, 60% somewhere, which are good to go beyond the cutoff, right? Take mock tests. I mean, there is no substitute to that. I mean, the more and more you practice, the more and more your speed and efficiency will improve. So take mock test, right? Practice more and more. Obviously, use all these websites. They do have time bounded. I mean, they do have time bounded tests, or even if they don't have, just open any section randomly and see that, okay, if there are 20 problems, it should not take more than 20 minutes for me. And even if it's taking, I will just try to conclude whatever I am able to do in 20 minutes and then leave it from there, right? And then compute my marks there. So just go through that direction also. And obviously make it a habit in case, as I see many of you are in the final year. So just go make it a habit that, okay, every day for 1 hour, I will solve aptitude questions, right? So that way you can very well, go ahead and, will be able to make most use of it, right? So yeah, with that, these are the few things that I wanted to discuss. I know it's you guys have patient enough to just get all these things. I hope the understanding for you is correct now on the things that, okay, these are the topics that are there. I mean, the intention of this was not to make the things on that part that, okay, I mean, you from just after this session, you will be able to solve all of them. But the intention was to give you a brief understanding that, okay, I mean, this is how the things goes. These are the topics that you need to prepare, and you can just go prepare yourself and get started there, right? So that's there, right? Just go crack all these interviews, right? So yeah, we'll open the forum for the Q&A, but before that, in case Amar have something to share, or like just like to take.
Yes, so my voice is audible.
Yeah, Amar.
Okay. So guys, before starting with the Q&A, I have two announcements. So from tomorrow onwards, we're starting one program for 10 hours mastering mastering software testing. So I'm sharing that registration link with you. So please go and register for the same. And one more thing, those who are looking for career counseling from ExcelR industry experts. So we are open to provide a one-on-one career counseling in free of cost. So I'm sharing that form as well with you. So please go and fill that form. Our industry expert will connect with you and they will help you on the same. So it will be better for your future perspective. So please fill that form. And if you have any query or question, please drop in the chat box. Rajmani will be taken.
So yeah,
Or else you can introduce yourself.
yeah, go ahead, Amar. Okay, so the guys who are in I mean final year, pre-final years, I mean it's great to actually get professional help is what I believe, right? Because in case you are getting professional help, I mean they will be sharing all these structured in the structured format, right? How you can do this and you can master that. Now, the best thing is in case you are getting it for free, nothing like that, right? You don't have to invest anything. Obviously, you need to invest your time, but at this stage of your career, you have enough time, right? If someone asks me that, okay, you need to go and do this, I don't have that much time. I cannot just go and waste my 2, 3, 4 hours in anything that may not be worth for me. I cannot, basically, I don't have a choice now that, okay, I can just go and explore the things and get it done. No, I need to be very sure that, okay, this thing is gonna work for me and then do it. But for you guys, this is your time. You have time and energy. Just utilize the space and see where you land up, right? The more and more practice you do, the more and more community help you seek for,
2 minutes.
it will be better for you. Right. So yeah, we are opening the floor for the questions. You can unmute yourself. Just quick heads up. Are you guys able to unmute yourself in case you want to question? Just check that so that we are not missing that out. And also you can use the chat box to ask any kind of questions related to my journey or what any tips and tricks that you feel you want to share or any of those sort of things. Thanks, Harika. Yep. Guys, first of all, are you guys able to unmute yourself? Yes, no, maybe. Okay, great, great, great. So this, I mean, here we are actually dealing with the these tech interview preparation. So at least I don't have those knowledge on competitive exams, Haika, when and what will be appear, and that's where I was discussing that. Okay, this we are focusing on majorly on this side, on your tech side, right? Okay. Anyone, any question, anything that you want to know from me, any other thing that you want to know about the things, about my journey, how you can prepare and all of them? Yes, Kiran, you need to clear all the rounds. Basically, I mean, maybe the pattern have changed. I have not seen it from 2 3 years, but they used to have this thing, aptitude test in the first place, and then they used to have the technical MCQs also, is what I have seen in general earlier. But now, I mean, and that time it was like you need to clear all of those rounds to get eligible for the interviews. Okay, so I mean, whether you are from electrical or I mean, so okay, just to reiterate, so there is a question from Haika that I mean, she's I mean, really sorry, I don't know whether it's she or he, whatever it is. Really sorry, maybe I'm not able to make out from the name. So I mean, it's like belong to electrical background and don't know the coding, so how to do that. So basically, to get a job in computer science side, you need to know the coding. So start practicing anything on C, C++, Java, whatever you feel like. But get started with that. ExcelR also runs multiple campaigns for free of cost courses for on all of these. So just get enrolled there. There are other platforms. I mean, there are many videos in YouTube which you can refer to. There are like, and get started with the coding, right? Okay. Preparation tips. I see these questions from Rani Sharma. So there is no tips basically. Hard work is the only key to success. So the more and more you practice on any of the topic, the more and more you get it. Now, one tip that I would like to share is like find your motivation, right? Because in case you don't have that right motivation, you will not be investing the right amount of time on that particular topic. So get that motivation corrected and get started from there. In case you have that motivation, you will be able to do that. Okay, I see another question from Hafsa. Is interviews at Microsoft difficult? Okay, that's a difficult question actually. So yes, I mean, this is what I feel that the interview rounds at Microsoft are difficult, and you can relate it from this way, right? They don't have many openings in general, and even if they have, right, the initial package that they offers is somewhere close to I mean 30 to 32 lakh uh, per year. So if they are offering someone 30 lakh a year, obviously they need to take cream people only, right? So yes, interviews are a little difficult there. Okay, I have a question from Kiran. I am a beginner. I didn't have that much knowledge in coding. Can you share your experience, how you started with coding? So I know all concepts of programming. Great. So basically, Kiran, how I started is and during my college, when I got exposure to C++, I did attended a Java workshop, and that was an eye opener and life changer for me. I just attended. And that time, NetBeans for desktop application used to be very popular. And then I have also attended one workshop on PHP. Right nowadays, many other people don't use PHP, but this I'm talking back in 2010-11 time frame. Right, so I have attended these two, workshops, and after that I had this understanding of desktop develop, application development and web application development. So that's where I started. I started picking up some of the use cases around me, and then I started coding for that. So we created, that time libraries were not digital, so we created library management system that time. Obviously a desktop application, but we had to create all those user interfaces and all of these. So basically, what I'm trying to put here is, you find out a use case which you see in your day-to-day life, right? And then start coding for that. That way you will be able to uh, experience the actual thing, the actual use cases. You can go to Google, search how you can solve that particular use case and stitch that to your product. So that's how you can improve your experience on the real-time products, right? Okay. What skills are required to get job in Microsoft? Obviously, aptitude that we have discussed today. Then, in the technical skill side, you need to be good at communications. Not very good, even if you are good, that's sufficient. And on coding side, basically on your, you need to know any one programming language. Doesn't matter whether you know Python, Java, C, C++, but any one, or JavaScript or anything, but any one programming language, and also good in data structures and algorithms, right? So just solve all of those, maybe arrays, strings, linked list, binary trees, and all of them. So they expect you to know the data structures very well. So those are the things that can get you a job at Microsoft. And but the problem is, in case you are not from a great college, you don't have a great background in general, then you may not get on campus, obviously. So for off campus, you need to start on some projects, contribute to some open sources, or build something valuable, and then apply using those skill set and using those project links. You can apply for the internships and get it there. Okay, a session on circular arrangements. Yeah, we'll see if we can take that. We'll just discuss with the team, right? Training program link not found in browser. Maybe Amar, you can see this with the question that Jagan have. How about Accenture interviews? Accenture also, like, initially they will take aptitude test, and then one technical round, maybe one your project round, and then one HR round. So HR round is generally just the formality, but these three rounds, the aptitude round is generally elimination round. Then they will discuss, someone will discuss on any of the programming language that you are comfortable with, along with database knowledge. And then in the project discussion, they will discuss on your project that you did in the past, or it depends on the interviewer's mood also. Sometimes they just take another technical round there, and then done from there. And then finally HR round. So these are the 4 rounds in general Accenture takes, right? Which language is better to learn? Okay, so Shilpa, there is no better or bad language, right? It's like you pick any language and just try to ace on that particular language. So I personally was using, I mean, initially I was using CC++. During my first interview or during my first job, I mean, to get my first job, it was like 80% of the time I used to use CC++, but as I was good at Java also, so I used to tell them that, okay, I'm comfortable in Java. So in case you want to take interviews in Java, I'm ready for that. And that really helps us. So apart from CC++, I mean, which are actually taught in the college itself, but try to pick any one of these two languages. I mean, in case you are in the backend side, in case you want to go towards front-end side, go for JavaScript. But in general, I will suggest you go for any of these two languages, basically Java or Python. Sir, are you taking any training from any platform when you are a fresher? No, Kiran. So I felt that, I mean, that time it was not so popular, right? Training programs were not so popular. And even the competition was not to this extent, right? Nowadays, if I go to take the, I mean, on-campus placements at NIT Jamshedpur or BITS Pilani or Manipal, I mean, I have been to multiple colleges for taking, I mean, internship or full-time employees interview for VMware or Microsoft. So the students are very competitive in nature. They have great knowledge nowadays, is what I can see, right? So you and in case you see that, okay, you are lagging, maybe you can just go take a training program. But that time it was not very extensive. There was a training program for I mean there were few institutes, but yeah, I mean, what I felt is I was strong enough to get those things, so I never felt that I should be taking a training program, right? Sachin have a question, sir. I am graduated in year 2021 as civil engineering. I worked about 2 years and I am planning to change my career to IT industry. Is it a good time to do that? So obviously, you see tech is booming in the market. And in our last webinar, I mean, you can just go to ExcelR's YouTube channel and you can see that I have discussed various fields where you can apply for all of these, right? So it's always a good time, but time and effort is obviously needed. But pay-wise, I see, I mean, IT is the most paying jobs. IT have the most paying jobs nowadays. Okay, I think Shilpa have a question. What about DXC companies hiring process? Okay, so that was my first company. I can say that time it was not DXC. That was that. I mean, that time it was named as HP, and then after HP and CSC merger, it have become DXC. So the interview experience that I was mentioning, that okay, all these people were standing in the electronic city. We went to cafeteria, given the first round of I mean thing. So that was actually for HP, right? Because that's where I got my first job. So yeah, they had in one day they had just the written test, and within an hour they have just given us the result of that, and then they told that we'll communicate you further. Because I mean, so the people who got morning slots, their interview have started on the same day, but I was in the evening slot, so they just told us to come next week for the further process. Next week we went there. There were 2 technical rounds and one HR round. And I mean, so in technical rounds, it was mostly write programs around prime numbers or I mean, those kind of some discussions are around hash maps that time, because I was knowing Java, few SQL queries and all of those kind of things that I faced in technical rounds. And then finally in the HR rounds, it was more related to the family, my strengths, my college, and my hobbies. And then yeah, done. So just after a week, we got I got the result that I got the call from the recruiter that okay, I have got the job, and then they have sent me the offer letter. So that was the whole process for DXC/HP, right? So yeah. Okay, I see no further questions. So I think we are good to close this, and I hope you guys have enjoyed. You have now the good understanding of the things that this is how, I mean, these are the topics that you need to prepare for, for aptitude test in general, right? Okay, so Aman, are we good to close or how is it?
Yeah, sure. Thank you so much for such a wonderful sessions. So guys, if you have any query or question for ExcelR team, so please post in the chat box. Our team manager, Mr. Sharath is there. He will take up the questions.
Okay, thank you so much, guys. I'm dropping off and you have listened it very patiently. Thank you so much for that. And I hope you excel in your career, right? And do well, and do let me know in case you need any other help or all those kind of things, right? Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Take care.
Guys, any query, any question, please drop in chat box or else submit yourself. Our team is there. We'll help you on the same. Sharath, there is one question from YouTube chat. Niveta, I shared with you over Zoom.
Okay. So hi sir, I'm from BCom background. Okay, what are the skills expected in the company other than communication skill? Okay, fine. See, for a BCom candidate, see for it's a non-technical background, right? So BCom, BBM, BCA, all right, and also a couple of like a masters, MBA, marketing, finance, HR, right? See, apart from communication, like when you are planning to settle down, okay, when you are planning to shift to the IT sectors, okay, so they will check the communication skill. Thus, like 30% they will check the communication skill, okay. 70% what are the skill sets you are having, okay. See, apart from this thing, skill set in the sense which type of domain, which type of industry you are planning for. So depend on those things. I can suggest you. All right. For example, if you're planning for IT, like like uh, engineering background candidates, like mechanical and civil background students, they will join for no, they will jump to the IT sectors, right? So they will do a lot of certifications. For example, for them, there's a this one like data analytics is there, business analytics is there, right? DevOps is also there, cybersecurity is there. So with the help of all those things, you'll learn a lot of skill sets, right? Yeah. So anything else, guys? We'll wait for another 5 more minutes. If you have anything, then okay, or else we'll wind up the session. You can unmute and you can speak. If you people are not comfortable, I'm comfortable with Hindi. Anyone else? Okay. So is there any course on Python programming are you providing? Yes. Yes, we do have courses. So guys, actually we have a lot of courses. Okay, it's a lot of we call it as a WP. It's a work in professional courses. Okay, If you guys are looking for a IT sector, jump into IT career, this one. So we have a lot of courses like data science, data analytics, business analytics, full stack development, DevOps is there, digital marketing is there. Like that, we have a lot of courses. Okay, so based on the background of the candidates. Okay, background in the sense the education background. Okay, for example, if you're working 1 year or a 2 year experience. Okay, if you're planning to change the domain, so for that also we have a solution, and also for a freshers, this thing, yes, we do have based on the education background. If it is a technical one, for example, like if you are studying, if you are pursuing engineering in CS, EC, like that, right? Around computer science, electronics, communication, electrical and electronics, right? Information technology, mechanical, civil, BCom, BBM, masters, MBA, right? So based on their correct background, education background, we will suggest them which one will be suitable for you, right? Because this is not just a certification. After certification we have to place them, right? So in the placement time also, we will look after all those things, right? Whatever the education is there now, they will consider that also. It doesn't mean that, okay, a person who is having an background of civil, and he is planning to do a full stack, then again it's a wrong decision. Okay, so the company HR or a manager, so whoever will take the interview, they will check all those things, right? Okay, so fine then. Can you share the link, please? Okay, fine. Kiran, do one thing. I think Amar has shared you a form. Okay, you just fill that form. I will get the contact number of yours. Then after that, I'll WhatsApp you. My team, anyone of my team will get back to you on this. Fine, Kiran. Okay, Sachin. So my resume not shortlisting. How can I update my resume? Can we have a model resume so that we can refer that? Yes. See, you can Google it. Okay. Sachin, you can Google it in the this one. You'll get a lot of templates. Okay, couple of them it's a paid templates you are going to get it, and couple of free templates also you will get it. Okay, so you can use those templates, this one, right? See, you have to you should know. Okay, see, this is not only being a fresher. If you people are mentioning only the project, then again it's a mistake. Okay, so if you're along with the project, if you have done any internship, so it's an add-on advantage that will give you a more weightage for your resume. If it is their internship, that also you mention. And also along with that, if you have any skill sets, right? So just separately you have to mention which are all the skill set is there, right? So you should have a knowledge like, okay, which one I need to highlight those things. All right, you can use those templates. You Google it, you'll get all those things. See, internship are compulsory. Fine, it's a good question. Okay, see, guys, like, see, being a fresher, okay, if you have an internship, this will give a lot of weightage for your resumes. Okay, if you don't have a resume internship, no worries. Okay, you can, but still you can attend the interview, right? What in case, like once you get output from the university, from college, right? So once you attend, for example, like we have a lot of metropolitan city. For example, I don't know, many of the people you are from out, maybe from tier 1, tier 2 cities, right? Once you come to this metropolitan cities, like for example, like Delhi, Mumbai, Bangalore, Hyderabad, right? So in these places we have a lot of MNCs companies, right? So a lot of colleges, they have tied up with a lot of institutes, right? For example, we also have tied up with the institutes, right? So when you are pursuing your education only, from there only these people will get a lot of internship, lot of certification, right? Once they get output, you have to compete with them. If you don't have any internship letter, if you don't have any skill set, then again it's a very risky thing to get a job. Or else, if you have your own network, then you can try it. If you don't have your own network, then it's an open platform where you have to apply through LinkedIn. Naukri is there, Monster is there, right? So like that, it's an open platform. Crores of people will apply that. That's it, right? How come a HR or a manager will come to know, okay, who is Roshni, right? That is the one thing, right? If you have any skill set, you have to mention those things. If you have internship, that will give you a lot of add-on advantage, right? If you need some more this thing, then please see one thing. This is not just a certification we are having. This is more than a certification. It's an hardcore training which we are going to give. Okay, after the sorry. So after the certification, two project will be there. You have to work on those projects. So once you work on the project, now you'll get an internship as well. For example, if any one of you, if you are in a third year, okay, so maybe next year you have to submit the projects. Maybe it's a mandatory, you have to do some internship, right? So that is the reason we have kept those modules. After course, two projects, one project if you complete, 3 months of certification. Two project if you complete, 6 month of certification, you will get it. Internship certification, and also when you work on the project, you will get an hands-on experience on those tools and languages, and also the skill set also you will get it, right? And after that, we have a placement team. We have a dedicated team where there also will help you, right? So a lot of things. This is not just a this thing. There are a lot of things apart from communication, skill set, right? Any other queries, guys? Okay. Which topic we focused most? Which topic? Uh, can you please? Uh, I'm not getting Roshni. What exactly you want to? You are asking me. You mean to say like which are the topics we have to more focused on, or which subject like programming language? Okay. See nowadays, like see, I'll tell you this thing. Uh, for example, like there is a huge demand for a couple of this one job roles. Okay, when I'm talking about a data science, okay, there is a huge vacancies for that, and full stack development, there is also a huge vacancy, and also for DevOps in that field also you have a lot of things. Okay, so programming languages, tools, or this one, yes. For example, if I have like previously he said, right? So if I have a language skill set of Java or a Python, right? This will give you an add-on advantage. There are a lot of this one programming languages. I'm not asking you to learn. No need to learn and each and everything, right? If I have one or two skill set, those tools and languages skill set, that will give you add-on advantage while doing an internship. Okay, I'm also interested in front-end development. Yes. So if you are interested in the front-end development, then you can go with a full stack development, right? See, full stack development, it's a combination of front-end and the back-end development, right? So in case if you have only front-end, see companies, like if you have a multiple skill set, then only company will hire you, or else you will be there in the system, right? One of the other days, you have to upgrade yourself. Everyone. For example, if every one of us, we are using cell phone, right? See, weekly once or a 10 days or a 15 days once, you will get a pop-up message or else some notification to update your system, update this software, right? So in the same way, we have to upgrade ourselves. This is not just, okay, fine, I learned only Python, this is enough. The entire career, like in another 20, 30 years, I can survive. No, it's a myth, okay? Whatever it may be, you have to upgrade yourself whenever the technology will change. right? In the same way, for example, like you people are still you're pursuing your education, right? Every 5 years once the syllabus will get changed, not completely, at least 20-30% they will add new syllabus, right? What exactly is going on in the market? So as per the industry standards, they will upgrade couple of syllabus, the content, the curriculum part in the education, right? Same way, if you have any technology knowledge, 1 or 2 years, anything will get changed. You have to upgrade yourself. If you are looking for front end, this one best you can go with a full stack. You will be a front end developer, and also you'll get a knowledge of back end also, right? If you have only one skill set ka knowledge, then again, so if you have multiple skill set, like 2-3 skill set, this one, you'll get more opportunity. All right. Guys, anyone else? If you ask me anything, then only I'll come to know. Still, you people are students. You maybe have some. Let me know those queries. Okay. So I'm not from the college and do my placement, and my background is computer science final year. Okay. So this is okay. Tushar. Okay. See, Tushar, this is not only with your college. Okay. If you take the entire education system of India, 90% of all the universities and colleges, they don't give you an assurance that you are going to get a job. Right. So this is not only with you. Okay. Most of the people are facing these issues. All right. The placement, this thing, right? And see, it doesn't mean that okay, which type of college, which type of university, are you people are from tier 1 city, tier 2 city, or you people are from the metropolitan cities and you are doing your education here, there. Company will not ask you all those things. Company will ask you what type of skill set you are having. If you're not getting placed, okay, then you have to think, okay, what is the plan B? Okay, I'm not getting a job. Okay, see, I don't know how many of you are in final year or a third year, right? I don't know how many of you people know what is the percentage, the placement percentage of your colleges. If you don't know, start checking with the people. Check with your seniors. Check with the college, the professor. What is the placement percentage, right? If it is 10, 15 percentage or a 20 percentage, 40, 50 percentage, okay, fine. Out of 50 people, 10 people got placed, and the rest 40, what those 40 people are doing, how they are searching, that also you have to check, right? After completion, then you are thinking, then again it will take time. All right. That is the reason, right? So if you are not getting placement from the college, now only you have to think what will be the next thing. What is the plan B? If I don't get it here, then how can I get a job, right? If you have, as I told before, if you have your own network, then you have to search from your end. If you don't have a proper network, then you have to depend on this open platform again. Crores of people will be there. Again, it's a risky thing, right? See, regarding about the placement from the company, and if from the point of company, from ExcelR, we have tied up with more than 2,500 companies. We have tied up with them. Not every company they will not they are not hiring. Okay, out of 2,500 plus, 80 plus companies, they are hiring. Okay, it's a recession time. Still, you people may think, okay, it's a recession time, but still, how can a company will hire? Okay, see, whenever it's a recession, this is not a new thing for us. Okay, every 10 years or 11 years once, will get this. Okay, recession will get hit. All right. It doesn't matter. For example, a company monthly, if a company they're hiring 40, 50 candidates, instead of that, they will hire 15 or 20 candidates, but they will not stop hiring them. Maybe you may get placed, but the packages you will get lesser. Okay, in that terms you have to compromise yourself, right? So Tushar, you have to tell me, if you're not getting placed or this thing, what type of skill set you are having. Based on that you can work on it. If you don't have a skill set, then you have to work on those things as well. So I think computer science means you maybe you are having a coding knowledge and all those things, you can work on it. Does anyone else, or else shall we wind up the session?
Namaste.
Or else you can raise your hand if you have any queries. We'll come to know. Yeah, Roshni. Someone, you just unmute and you speak. No worries.
तो MD में क्या कर, उसमें ओवरफ्लो डाल देना, X हो जाता.
I think you people are having an unmute option. I think Amar has given you the access, it seems. Guys? Okay, fine then. Yeah. Okay. Sir, I can speak English language very little, but not fully. So they will they hire me? Okay. Okay. But I can understand very well. Okay. See, okay. See, you have to work on it. Okay, Roshni. That is what this one. Okay. See, this is not only about the communication skill. When we are getting into an IT, so only 20 to 30% they will check your languages. Okay, the communication skill set, right? Why they check all these things? Because like see, maybe I have a team of around some 15-20 people were there. Okay, couple of them are from south, couple of them are from northeast and west. Okay, I'm comfortable in I'm properly from south. Okay, that's the reason I know 2-3 languages here in south, and northeast and west I don't know that much, but I'm comfortable in Hindi. Okay, so whenever you are communicating with your peers, okay, the colleagues or this one, right, or with your team member, so if they are comfortable in the local language, you can speak. Okay, but when you are reporting to your manager or to some senior, or if you are mailing, right? So that point of time, if you don't have a proper communication skill, then again it's a problem. But for that we have a lot of software, some applications were there, right? You can use those app in your mobile. All right, for example, like one app, so yeah, Cambly some app is there, and also Grammarly. So there is an app called Grammarly. You can download that in your cell phone, right? Whenever you're having a chat, okay, whatever the mistake you have, the sentence formation or this one, right, you will get couple of knowledges over there. right? So it's not only a communication, this one, more than that, they will look what type of skill set you are having. Guys, fine then. Okay, if you have any queries, you just fill the form. If you need any one-on-one counseling, okay, so we don't charge anything for the counseling. Okay, one-on-one counseling regarding any career support guidance, if you need, if you are looking for any certifications, or what type of job, this one, the placement support regarding that, whatever it may be, if you have any queries, just fill the form. My team will get back to you on this. Fine. Okay, Amma,